Welcome back everybody to the channel. This is another one of my short videos, and today we're going to be talking about chord visibility. Now, a lot of people ask me, why is it that I can't see my chord symbols? And there's a couple of reasons for this. By default, Dorico breaks instruments up into categories, and these categories are rhythm section instrument, wind instruments, choral, percussion, and so on. And by default, Dorico believes that you wouldn't necessarily want to see the chord symbols in, say, a trumpet part, but you'd almost always want to see it in an electric guitar part. So one place to go to make chord symbols visible or not is under the Setup tab. And here you can right-click on any player in your document, and you can go down under chord symbols, and you will see you have options for show for all instruments, show for rhythm section instruments only. That would be bass, guitar, piano, vibraphone, so on. Show chord symbols only in slash regions, and then hide. So if I click this over to hide, you'll see all my chord symbols will disappear from the part. But if I go back and I set it to say show for rhythm section instruments, you'll see they came back because this instrument is actually an electric guitar. So it is part of that. Another way to view chord symbols in Dorico is in the layout menu. Let's say that we had a flute part, for example. Now, by default, flute parts don't have chord symbols. However, if I go into the layout menu in Dorico under Library, and I go up to chord symbols, you can see that I can enable, especially in parts, to see chord symbols above all items in the staff. So in this particular case, I have 4 different parts here, so I could enable this above top staff and hit apply. Now in my score, the chord symbols are still not visible, but when I go to my parts, you'll see the chord symbols reappear. So this is a great way of turning on the chord symbols in the parts, but keeping them hidden in the score so that you don't have to have them cluttering up your multi-line score if you had a document like that. And finally, we can create one of 3 methodologies to see chord symbols. The most common is if I highlight the first 4 bars here, and I go under the right menu, way down on the bottom, you can see I can create a chord symbol region. And that tells Dorico during this section, I want to see those chords. This works great in, say, a big band chart where you only want to see the chords in the solo section, but not during the section parts. This works by adding this big orange bar across the measures, and you can simply just delete it if you're done with it. You can also make it longer and shorter and add to it if you wish. By default, most instruments will also show chord symbols if you were to add, say, a slash region. So you can see here, although I lost my music, if I wanted to put slashes in, say, the lead tenor part of my big band chart, it will also automatically load the chord symbols for me. So there you go with a bunch of different methods for making chord symbols visible here in Dorico. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to this playlist for a bunch of more helpful short tips and short videos. If you're so inclined, please subscribe to the channel. I'm going for 50,000 this year, as well as check out some of my affiliate links down below. It really helps the channel grow having that support. So again, thanks so much, and I'll catch you next time.